Do what it do. It's your boy DJ Nova Fresh, and I'm with
It's your boy DJ A Brody. What's happening?
a Brody. Hey Brody.
Yes,
Hey,
sir. Yes, sir.
I need to get that. I need to get that sound bite, bro.
I got you. I'm gonna
But
send it to you.
but we bringing y'all lightning strike. Y'all know what time it is.
Lightning strike,
Y'all
baby.
already know, bro. But let's pick up where we left off. Um, I love the defensive game. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm excited for more to come of that. That's been the most consistent. That's been the most consistent thing that we had all year. Plain and
Definitely.
simple, like
Definitely.
the most consistent thing all year. They they have key pieces where they're at, and the most important thing is they're young.
Yeah. Keeping that
I,
keeping that group together is gonna be definitely important moving forward. Something to build off of. Some of the staples that's all that's been there for the last couple of years. James, obviously, Mac, Bosa, uh, Samuel, even though he's on IR. We get
yeah,
him back.
man, and that's another thing. Like you got that type of talent that's on IR, and we're getting this type of return with the young guys.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's big, bro.
Yeah.
That's big.
Some
Even
ready
even
now players.
yep. Henley, he's coming through, bro.
He a dog.
Bro,
He
man,
a dog.
he, it's crazy. Like he is peak. He ain't even peaking. He's just coming along, and he is performing way earlier than expected. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Typically the guys, we gotta. You stole him in the third round, right? Out of Washington State,
Yep.
local kid, 25 years old, and he is already causing causing making a name for himself. I ain't gonna say causing hell yet, but he's making a name for himself. Solid tackler, great tackler. Um, he's sitting at 114 tackles already.
Busy.
66,
Busy.
solo tackles, 5 pass deflections. Like the guy's there, man. The
Yeah.
guy's there, and you can't ask for a more solid linebacker going forward.
Mm-hmm.
The
To
future,
complement the rest of those guys.
yep, the future is bright with him.
Definitely. Definitely.
Bright with him.
Just flying around the field, man. Like I said, there's no. I feel like I was telling one of the homies Sunday. It's like I feel like this dude is in the pile on every play.
Every play.
On the bottom, he holding somebody's shoe, solo tackle. He got a hand on a jersey. It's something with him. It's he in the mix every time, or stopping. Going head up with people and making that solo tackle, coming off the edge or right up the middle or whatever. He just that aggression, man. Like we can't say enough about it. Like I said, he just a dog, man. I'm glad that we was able to get the hometown product to the city, keep him local. Maybe that might be an added motivation just because your product of the city and just get to perform in front of his people all the time. But man, yeah, a dog for sure.
Yeah. Young dog at that, man. A young dog. And he ain't even hit his stride yet. He's still a
Yeah,
pup. This
yeah,
second year. His second year being a pro man. And he's already just handling business. Like you say, he's always in the mix of things. He makes the right reads. He's there. I have yet to see him out of position on plays.
mm-hmm.
I've yet to see him get washed in plays. I've been to the games and I've just seen this dude like just a one man tackling machine. a
Active.
one man tackling machine, bro. And it was like the first game of the season, he was out there. He had 7 tackles, 4 solos, 3 assists. First
Yeah,
game of the
just
season.
just active, like I said, and energy, pure energy.
Yep.
You see a lot of the even the older cats just rallying around him because he's always in something. Like I don't know if he's the signal caller on
He is. He is a signal caller.
yeah. So I mean, even that's a huge responsibility uh, for a young, young linebacker that's up and coming. But it looks like he's handling his biz. You know what I mean? I don't see nobody else better for the job right now than him. He's doing his thing.
Nope. And you add him with guys like Bud Dupree,
Mm-hmm.
who's a seasoned veteran, and you get to learn under this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to learn under somebody that has that knowledge, brings that to you. You're in the locker room with him and Mac and Bosa. Like you surrounded by good guys that you get to learn
James,
from.
all pros.
Yep. And I mean you can't ask for a better defensive locker room to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
And then your boy Tula, man.
That's another one. Another
Man.
young dog. Another
Man.
young dog.
And it's the same draft class.
Mm-hmm.
So you got two guys. He was the second round, Henley the third round. You got two steals. And he's another local kid, right up out of USC.
Yep.
And his drive and motor, man, like every time you need a play to be made, that dude makes it.
Here he come.
Here he come.
Up the gut with some pressure, off the edge with some pressure. Force that QB into a early throw, bad throw, back leg or something like that. That lay it up for one of our, D-back safeties to go do their thing. Another, like I said, another young dog, man. He's definitely another one of my people players to watch. We're going to come up with a creative name, man.
Yeah.
For our young dogs out there, we're going to have to call it something, the dog of the week or something like that, and get them they flowers, man, weekly for who out there cutting up.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. And I'll tell you like this: those two studs, I could tell you they're a direct reflection of Bud Dupree and Khalil Mack. The veteran experience that those guys bring, and then you bring Bosa into that room. Like I said, man, it's just you. What better guys to learn from?
Absolutely.
You got a Hall of Famer in Mac that you are learning from firsthand. Firsthand. I mean, you that's like getting keys to the Rolls Royce, man.
Yeah. Can't beat it.
You can't help but be good.
Yeah,
If you in the
can't
same
beat it.
locker room with them and you watching tape and film with them, you learning techniques from them. If you don't go out and perform, bro, you don't want to play football, man.
Yeah, I
You
guess
definitely
not.
don't want to play football. Straight
sure.
up and down. Like you got coaches on the field. You got coaches in the locker room. They're gonna teach you how to act on and off the field. You got good mentors.
Preparation, watching film, all the intangibles
This,
that you want from some young players or whatever, just to be able to pay attention. 'Cause they could come in and just be on some whatever.
yep.
You know what I mean? And taking advantage of an opportunity, because a lot of people get those early playing time opportunities and squander it.
Going big
You
time.
know what I mean? So they got the opportunity, immediate impact. Definitely, future is bright. Who knows what the off season entails, but you know that you got them on the roster and that they ready to step into some, primary roles. Should you have to
Yes.
move on from some people or whatever the case may be, you can build around that young talent for sure.
Big time, man. Big time. Like I say, man, you two studs. You got two picks right, and those two are making the most noise. You would think that they're veterans the way they're making plays and they're playing around, but like I say, that's a direct reflection of what you have in your locker room.
Yes,
And
sir.
then two kids that's from here. You know how distracting it is to play in your own backyard. But again, it goes back to when you have veteran leaders that are preparing you and showing you how to be a professional athlete and be a man on and off the field. You don't get those distractions because this is LA. This is the big city, man.
Big City Lights, City
And
of Angels.
you a local kid, so you know where to go. You know where to be. And not even that, you got people that want access to you that you grew up with,
Mm-hmm.
and you out here handling the business.
Wind and weed and weather
Man,
all over the place.
it's so dangerous in LA. But again, these dudes are handling business. They're young, full of talent, and they're the future leaders of this defense. Like
I agree.
I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited about where these guys are going and what they're doing. And like I say, the defense is. I know people are like, why y'all talking about the defense, man? Right now, that's what's the hottest thing for the Chargers.
It really is. Um, and again, we alluded to it earlier with zero expectation because we lost so many other playmakers on the team, and
Man,
it's just finding a way to win these games. And the defense has allowed us to do it. Um, Offense hasn't been great for 4 quarters, but the defense keeps us close enough that one drive, give us one offensive drive,
that's it, man.
that gets us even in the red zone because a lot of times we're not converting um, these red zone for
Drop
touchdowns.
passes, man. Them
Yeah.
drop passes is killing us. And then with Dobbins being out, not having that bell call back that he is,
Mm-hmm.
the offensive line is good. Bear is good. We are
Herbert.
not being good and efficient at catching or running the ball right now. We don't have the depth at running back, and we got a nice young stud at receiver, but he's a slot guy,
Mm-hmm.
and there's nothing. It's not. Lad is great,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Another young talent. He a dog.
Yes,
Another young
man.
talent.
When I say he is a workaholic, you could just tell how he runs his route, how he catches the ball, how he understands where he is on the field, how he understands to get to the down marker. He works hard, man.
He's one of
He
those people's champs. I think the fan base and already gravitated to him as well. You know what I mean? They love some lad, and so far I think Chargers fan base that's if there's after Herbert, maybe a toss up between Dobbins and him, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's probably one of the favorites after Justin. So
yeah,
um,
he's been
shout out
showing up.
lad, man.
Yeah, he's been showing up every game. Every game. He's been coming to work.
Hmm.
Every game.
One of the
Hands
more
down.
sure things on offense for sure.
I'm like yesterday with 9 catches. What do you have? Let's look at it. He
Like
had
130 something. What do you have?
I'm about to pull it up right now. Let me
Where is that? I think it was about 127, 137.
It was
Something.
9 catches for 100, and I just had it. He had 9 catches for 117 yards, no
117.
touchdown.
Yeah.
And he did have that fumble. He did have that
Hmm.
fumble. That was a good solid hit they put on him. He tried to protect it, but it was that second hit that he took that knocked it loose. But I mean, he had 12 targets.
Yep.
He caught 9 passes.
Hmm. He out there working.
He working, man. He's working. he put that hard hat on, and he comes to work. He's one of the most sure thing right now that we have in the receiving core.
Easy.
Straight
Easy.
up. And the thing is, he's a slot guy, and he just is efficient, man. He's efficient. If we can get the X to work, man, it'll be it'll be an easy day for him, easier day
Hmm.
for him, and the whole squad, and just the Bear. I say Bear. I know everybody say Herbert, but I'm from Louisiana, and that's Bear. So when I say Bear, that's who I'm talking about. He's we started out not as the identity of this team on offense is the run team. If you know Jim Harbaugh, you know he loves to establish the run. He
Hmm.
doesn't abandon the run. He loves to run the ball, and then he loves to use play action to open up the middle of the field.
Yep.
But not having Dobbins back there, who is it, Gus Edwards?
Yeah, Gus.
It's just, Gus, you got to step up, baby.
And the same. I mean, the the attempt at running the ball is you got to keep them honest. I think with Harbaugh at the helm and Jim Harbaugh at the helm, we don't want to see Justin. And I know for years, 30 attempts,
Mm-hmm.
40 attempts a
40.
game. You know what I mean? 380 yards. He earned it out. One, we had the personnel for that, so you could do
Mm-hmm.
that. But we don't have that now. And additionally, that running the ball consumes clock, and I think we've become uh, far better at our clock management, game time, time of possession. You
Mm-hmm.
look at those as those statistics. I mean, minus Sunday. Again, we spoke about the defense at length, but
Mm-hmm.
historically, when we're able to run the ball, we have the ball for a long time.
Yeah.
Which wears the defense down. Defense is on the field, for 6, 7 minutes at a time on one drive, that ends in punching it in for seven. They exhausted, and then our defense comes back out there, three and out, or a couple of, um, maybe one or two first downs, and then a three and out, and now defense is back on the field, having to stay honest, chase people around. So it's more the chess game,
Yeah.
chess philosophy of just slow and methodical. When the big play presents itself, we take it, and we have a lot of big play opportunities.
Yep.
We got to catch the ball.
Oh man,
We got to
we
catch the ball.
got to catch it, secure it,
Mm-hmm.
and just those are two things: catch it and secure it. You got the yards already, and if you can continue on, keep on keeping on. But if you catch the ball, a lot of when you look down at these scores, it'll be a different thing. It's several games that
Mm-hmm.
we should have won had we secured the ball properly on the catches.
Or
Passes are there. The passes are there.
absolutely.
They hitting you like the Ravens game. Palmer had a deep ball to him, man, and it was just keep running, run that out. You know, Bear got a big arm.
It's
You're not
coming.
gonna outrun his arm,
It's coming.
so you need to be on your horse and just go. It's coming. It is going to be very far and few between times that he underthrows you on a deep route.
Yeah.
So
He
you
putting
just
it on the money. You just
yes,
got to do your part.
yes, and he can zip it too. He can let it rip. But if I read these stats to you, there's there's no way you would be like they won. So 187 yards total to
Mm-hmm.
350.
Mm-hmm.
One turnover to four. 10 first downs to 24 first downs. Time of possession 24 minutes and 5 seconds versus 35 minutes and 55 seconds. If I showed you those stats, the only thing that would stand out to you is the four turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
But if we take away, if I don't talk about the turnovers, I just go one team had 187, other team had 350 total yards. One team had 10 first downs, other team had 24 first downs. Other team had the ball. One team had the ball for 24 minutes. The other team had the ball for 35 minutes.
Yep.
What would you say?
We'll say the latter team won. The
Exactly.
team minus the turnovers.
Exactly, man.
And Atlanta was supposed to win that. By all accounts,
Yep.
should have won that game. Everything was in their favor. It's just those takeaways. Like you talked about earlier, I think it's a 9-7 game to the house. You know, changes the whole. In my opinion, changes the dynamic of the game because that's deflating when you watch one go all the way to the crib because you get stopped. Now defense can stand up, but that's them points You never gonna get back. And the
Yeah,
offense got
that's
to go right back out there and try to produce. And
and you
defense
with
was
that
on it.
hanging over your head.
Exactly.
And now the defense got that's a relief. That's a
Hmm.
sense of now I'm gonna come back out and I'm gonna play harder. I'm
I'm more aggressive.
yeah,
I'm more aggressive. I'm jumping everything, trying to.
everything because now we got your timing down. Now you're second guessing yourself on the throw. We got your timing down. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, man. I mean I look at the numbers and it's like in this game the numbers lie. The numbers lie to you if you just look at if you're a stat guy and you just come in here and you look at the stats and you
Yeah.
go, man, 131 passing yards. How the hell did they win? 234 passing yards. You know what I'm saying? 13 passing first downs, 5 passing first downs.
Run game non-existent. I know Robinson had 100 himself. Um,
Yeah,
so yeah.
20. He had 26 carries, 102 yards, 1 TD. He was performing.
Hmm.
He was performing.
And Gus didn't even break 50.
Man, Gus had 32. He was
Hmm.
6 for 32, and it wasn't like he was hitting the lanes, man. The key thing at the end, it was a blown coverage. Kirk Cousins hit Drake London for that first down in between the zone, and he dropped the ball, man.
Yeah, he did.
He dropped the ball, man.
As someone who knows all too well what them drops mean,
He dropped the
I
ball.
empathize, Atlanta. I empathize. You know what I'm saying? I totally understand what it's like when wide open and just
Wide open.
can't bring it in.
It it when I seen it when he threw the pass, I already knew he was going to Drake London.
Yeah, that's.
Right? That's a given. He is clutch.
Mm-hmm.
He is clutch. He has. If you watch the drives with him and Kirk Cousins this year, you would think that they been playing with each other their whole career. And he's looking for him on every, even on that last one on that fourth down. He went to him
Mm-hmm.
because it's one of those things. I throw it up, he gonna go get it. He gonna make a play on it. And it was that
Absolutely.
one. What was that one possession? Right, I think it was right before the interception. He threw it up, and London just came and made a play on the ball. If I'm, it was one of those plays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what part of the game, but it was a beautiful catch on that play. He went and made. Kirk just threw it up, and he just made a play. But we got by the skin of our teeth. Defense, that is the MVP. Give them the trophy for this game. Give them all the kudos and credits because they held it down. There's no way we should have walked out of Atlanta with a W,
But we did.
but we did,
Who
and
got
I'll
it better
take it.
than us?
I'll take it. And you know what?
Nobody.
You know what? I'll be even more considerate. I'll be more happy if the offense was really balling and this was just an off game for the offense. Because now you got the defense carrying on and letting you know that hey, we can carry you when you're down.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we right now are in our offense stinks.
It's you got Lad, um, another unsung MVP of the year, Cameron, the effing kicker,
Oh
Dicker.
man, Cam Leg he's official, man.
Listen, my man, he be letting them go, and we need every bit of them three, every time. Like I said, a lot of our drives, especially without Dobbins, they stall out in the red zone. But what has been different, if you've been a Chargers fan, I would say last 10 years or so, special teams has always been one of our Achilles. Oh man, we done lost some heartbreakers to special teams, punt, kickoff coverage, and our kicker. But Dicker, um, he been doing his thing all year, man. And I mean, got a big leg. He been putting some through from 40 plus.
Another
And
young guy, bro.
yeah, and like I said, in a lot of these games, we're winning a field goal or or two field goals. And offensively on Sunday, we didn't even score a touchdown. This man had um, three field goals.
3 field goals. Yep.
Yeah, so that's all the points right there is relying on his leg to get us through. Because a lot of times, with the current talent level that we got, we can get to the 30, 20-yard line. You know what I mean? And then once you get closer to that goal line, like with anybody, it's just harder to punch it in without no playmakers. Um,
Yep.
but but he has been one of the more reliable things on the offensive side of the ball, man, and just punching us in for three. And again, that gives us hope for the next drive. A lot of times in the past, we would come out of that situation with no points. Like I said, if you've been a fan for for a minute, we done got to the red zone. Years past, with the old coach, we resorted to going for a lot of these fourth and twos, fourth and one, and come up
Mm-hmm.
empty-handed. And some of the biggest
Every
moments,
time, bro.
because we didn't rely on the kicker. We didn't have a kicker who could punch it through. I know one of the years, man. I don't know if the kicker got hurt or what had happened, but bro, we couldn't even kick on on fourth down. Had to go for it. Didn't trust it. Um,
But that's a much needed thing, especially going into the playoffs. You are
hmm
going to need every aspect of your game, and the offense is gonna have to show up.
at some point,
You're gonna. I'm just asking, man. Like Quentin Johnson, if you happen to listen to this, bro, we need you, big dog. We need you. We need
every
you.
bit of it. Every
Every-
bit of it. We need you
I
on first. We need you on third. Game on the line, we need you. Game not on
man,
the line, we need you. You got to
bro.
catch them.
I understand, but get out your head and just go play football, man. Go do what you love and what you're getting paid to do, bro. Like that's all you got to just get back to the basics of football, man. I want to see the one thing I do want to see more from him. I want to see him fighting for the ball,
Yeah,
making a play on the ball. I feel like sometimes he waits for the ball to come to him.
yeah, to fall in his pocket.
Yeah, instead of just going and getting aggressive and attacking the ball.
Jump ball, go get that.
Go get that.
Single coverage. You already a big body on a smaller D back. Go get that.
Go get it, man. Get back. Get back. You're young and promising, and I hate to see. I know you're going through something. I can see it in your face. But you 6'4", 215. You should be a dog out there.
Gotta go get it. Gotta go get it.
You know, you had 4 targets. You caught the ball twice for 12 yards. We need more, big dog.
And for
We need
all
more.
intensive purposes, you wide receiver one. On the current depth chart, you WR1.
Maybe it's a sophomore slump, man. Maybe it's a sophomore slump. It's the second year. I'm trying to be optimistic. But big dog, we need you, bro.
I don't think you get a
Oh
better
my
opportunity
God.
than this one right here. Because, like I said, I mean, we already got rid of all of the primary talent. Is the position is yours to solidify.
Yeah, you ain't competing with nobody.
Yeah, so it's like the ball's coming to you. You know you're gonna get your target share. It's not about ego. You don't got one of those on the team. You don't got the divas at the wide receiver position. It's like I need 10 plus targets a game. It's all you. All you. And
Yes, it
Herbo
is,
still
man.
trusts you because he still come to you.
He still come to you.
Yeah, he still come to you. We would like to
He
just be
still
able to come to you more. In my opinion, like we need 8 targets for you. You know, you should be hovering around the 80 yards a game range.
exactly, bro. You should be having you already. Well, he got like 6 touchdowns. You were
Mm-hmm.
already top, and you was up there at the touchdowns. So we know he got. We know you got it in you.
Yeah, we
You're
drafted
tied
you
for 10th now.
because we said you had it in you.
Yeah. Right now he's and if I look at these numbers, I would think these are first year numbers and a guy that was just getting minimum playing time. You got
Mm-hmm.
24 receptions, 366 yards, 6 touchdowns. You tied for 142nd place with receptions
Yeah, that's tough for
as the number
somebody who
one.
play timeshare that he getting
Mm-hmm.
that any other I'm sure up and coming and or wide receiver one would love to be having at this point.
Yeah. Those are not playing with somebody like Abear
Mm-hmm.
that at this late in the season, bro. You shouldn't have those numbers. Y'all with the running game with J.K. Dobbins, with him healthy in the running game, that offensive line, y'all should be blowing the lid off places. Y'all should be dancing in the end zone every game, hands down, hands down. Y'all should be going out there and making this life easy, man.
Yeah, we need a Quentin Johnson Selly, man. We fans want to be able to know that's QJ down there.
Yeah,
Got his six, and here come the Selly. We need it.
got it, man. We need you, dog. We ain't riding you. We just saying, bro. We need you, big dog. We need you to it just pains me when I see when they throw it towards you now. I just be like, come on, bro. Is he gonna catch it? Is he gonna catch it?
3rd and 2, we need
Oh man.
ah
Ah,
drive done stalled out. We should still be marching.
but who's out of who you think been a nice addition? So they signed Perriman, signed Hurst, they signed Gus Edwards, Boozman, Ford, Gilman,
I would
Disley.
I would say without a doubt is Dobbins. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he suffered his injury of late. Just got placed on an IR for a knee. But the reason we were able to do the run game was because of him. And I've been saying it for a few years now. Like I love Eckler. You know what I mean? I love Eckler. Um, Fantasy just stud. You know what I mean? But I
Mm-hmm.
think with him we couldn't run between the tackles. It was hard to play that hard nosed football, especially in like goal line situations or anytime a defense stacked the box. Zero blitz, whatever the case. The only real, I think it was predictable. We're gonna throw a little check down to him in the
Mm-hmm.
flats, and the whole stadium know that that's coming. And again, when you don't got a kicker, or you can't kick efficiently, we left with 4th and short, 4th and 1, but we can't get that one. We didn't have the play call that could push us forward for 1 yard. But with Dobbins, all of that has changed. You know what I mean? Confident
Mm-hmm.
with him being able to fall forward. The blockers is going to be there. Um, and a lot of times, he get way more than the one, than the two that's needed. So I would say, hands down, offensive signing, of the off season was definitely getting him on the team, and for better or for worse, rejuvenating his career. Had a down year at Baltimore, injured a ton, um, and bringing him on board, man, he's did his thing up until now,
Yep.
for sure.
Big time, man. I I who do you I want to see what's going on with DJ Chalk, man.
Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. We
I
got
mean,
him hurt. Was on the injury list. um, every week. Now he's active, and we don't hear from him.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be the deep threat. He came in to be the deep threat. So,
I'm
uh,
wondering if it's something off the field or um, that's going on, that they're not really talking about. Because I just don't understand like how he's got no burn
mm-hmm.
um, at all. So that's interesting story. I don't know if that's going to be like a postseason when they finally let it out what's going on with him or whatever the case. Brendan Rice is another one. Got him over there just on the sideline. Nobody saying nothing. Uh,
Nope.
not on the injury report. Nobody can answer just why they not seeing the field. So I'm wondering
And
if it
especially with what's happening with our receivers,
exactly.
it's not they're getting into their routes. The throw is making it there. It's just not securing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has taken some sacks. Um, he has taken some sacks based on not getting into the route or coverage or whatever. But when he's made the throws, it's just if it ain't going to lab, bro, really it's just to hold the breath. And
Mm-hmm.
I hate to like seem like I'm downing the guys, but I mean y'all professionals, man. Like, and it's some of the catches that are just it's in your hands.
Yeah, this would be, I think, different if it was bad
A
balls.
coverage,
Yeah,
yeah.
bad balls, coverage issues, overthrow, underthrow. We actually need to really, really make a play on the ball, but a lot of these is hitting receivers in the numbers, hitting them in the hands. Like you alluded to earlier, it's right there. You just got to make a play on it. Like DB is getting paid to do his job too. You know what I mean? And so it's like you can't allow him to do his job better than you doing your job with trying to
Hmm.
go get this ball. Because they trying to take it out the air. You got to
They
try to
are.
take it out the air. Um,
You got to go get it, man. You see
yeah.
it. You know it's coming. You know the route. You know the route. Y'all got the timing down.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So we got to get that. We got to get that addressed, man. Like sooner, like right now, like this
Yeah.
week, this week.
Yeah. I
And
think definitely. I mean, because as it stands, you know what I mean. Unless a big time implosion coming into these final weeks, we should be going to the playoffs,
hmm
and we got a chance to make some noise.
big major noise. That's the thing. Major noise. If the receivers just show up and they just give him consistent games, I this team could overachieve and be in the AFC playoffs, a championship game.
Yeah, I mean they've already overachieved in my book, but definitely further than I think anybody preseason predicted. And I think it's like Chargers is one of those dark horse teams, man. Like
Yeah.
because nobody's really planning for them, but we talking about you know wild card weekend and you playing them um, with all the playoffs on the line. Like they have the potential to disrupt some stuff.
hmm
Because as we've talked about, the defense alone can disrupt some stuff. So it's just a matter of what is the O gonna bring you on this day, and we've shown that we can win with a low scoring affair.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Our games is not gonna be a 30-35 shootout. This is a 17-14 Chargers doing their dance, getting up out of there.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you look at it coming up Sunday, bro, we got the Chiefs, right? The
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs are
The
the
Chiefs.
Chiefs are they're gonna implode, man. They're winning. They're winning on just sheer. That's been their motto for the last 5 years. Win, right? But right now they're just winning on just on a whim. Their luck is gonna run out.
You have to beat the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
There is no
Yes.
hand you a win. You have to beat them. And the only way to beat them is you got to be smart. You got it, and discipline. You know what I mean?
Yep.
The penalties, the third down, holding, personal fouls, like that's not gonna fly in Kansas City. You know what I
Not gonna
mean?
fly.
It's got to be solid. Get them out of there, three and out. Jumping off sides, you know, illegal formation, like that type of stuff. Man, they refs is gonna be on it. You know what I mean? So you can't give them anything. So you gotta really go beat them. But ironically enough, the Chiefs play a very similar style this year due to their injuries, as we do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're depleted at a lot of places as well. They just got their running back, Pacheco, back,
Yep.
but you got Rasheed Rice that's out. Um, they got D Hop, obviously Hopkins just got Juju back, Smith Schuster, and obviously you got Kelsey that commands most of the attention.
A lot of attention, but
But
it's a rival. So it's a rival, and they're built. They're built to. When you're playing a division game, you build your team to stop those key pieces, right?
mm-hmm,
And it was a great game when they came out here.
it was.
They jumped out early. They had a 10-0 lead. But then, like you said, you have to beat the Chiefs. They gave you 2 turnovers, and you didn't capitalize off of them. You
Mm-hmm.
scored 10 to jump out the gate, and then you ain't do nothing the rest of the game.
Yep. You gotta take it from them. There will be no, oh, they fumbled a win. Like they not doing that. Too disciplined, too well coached, and at the end of the day,
Yep.
Patty Mahomes is an X factor, and he gonna make a play.
You can't leave it. You can't leave any time on the clock for him.
Yeah, can't
That's
can't leave no time. He's gonna make a play. Andy Reid is gonna call a play from his high school days, and everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
yeah.
But looking forward to it, man. Again, it's a see how we respond to the cold weather. It's supposed to be a cold one in
Man,
Kansas
that
City.
freezing weather,
You
man.
know, that
Bring your
SoFi
hot.
be having us spoiled, man. We so used to it being warm inside the stadium.
Good weather,
Yeah,
you
good
know,
weather.
good atmosphere,
Sun is
nice.
out. Yeah, we got the tacos popping.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
micheladas.
yeah.
It's up. And now we got to go to Kansas and boys put on a jacket for the first time all year, probably. 'Cause I think the
Man,
only
it's
cold weather team that played is like Pittsburgh, but that was early in the season when it was still
early in the season,
yeah, when it was still warm in Pittsburgh. So this will be the
and
first
it's gonna be a
first
Sunday
test.
night game, man.
Mm-hmm. Prime time.
47 degrees, and it's probably gonna be colder
Yeah, absolutely.
at night. Sun's down. You're a Southern California kid right now. You know, man, that ball it hits harder.
Mm-hmm.
It comes faster
I
because you
mean,
out there cold.
if you looked at every team, what we have yesterday, who did the Bills play yesterday? That they just they played San Francisco yesterday in Buffalo. Them boys out
Man, got
there, fans out there shoveling snow out their seats.
getting
And
extra money.
yeah, and they got toe up. Miami went. Where did Miami go this week? They got toe up. Oh, they went to Green Bay. Same thing. So all these teams
Yeah,
from
man.
the
It
markets that's historically warm hasn't been faring too well out here in these cold weather venues, man. So hopefully we the ones who change that.
hopefully we can go.
Lord, I thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain.
Hopefully, give us sunshine. Don't give us rain because that's gonna turn into snow.
Man.
Make
I
it
mean,
make it the hottest day. Make it the hottest day in Kansas City history on game day.
mm-hmm.
Make it heated up, no snow. That'll be perfect. But I doubt it. I think it's gonna snow. I'm no weatherman, but it's definitely gonna be cold, colder than normal, colder
Yeah,
than what
for
you're
sure.
used to. And if it doesn't snow, we have a chance. I think if it snows, with the way our receiving core been going, I don't think we have a chance. And we got to see what these upcoming injury reports. Can't wait till they come out because I want to see who's on it. Hopefully, we get Ladd is healthy. Hopefully he comes back healthy. Hopefully Perryman healthy. Hopefully Hart's healthy. Um, hopefully those guys healthy, man. And it's just looking. I'm looking at the free agency, bro. Upcoming. Mack is a free agent. That's gonna take 19 million off. He's about to be. He's gonna probably be like 34, man. So he's gonna come back for the vet minimum, bro.
I think and that was a big part of getting off of all those players that's been there for years. You know what I mean? Chargers favorites, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Eckler, and stuff like that is just to give us more flexibility for next year. The reason any of this is a conversation, like I said, we are overachieving right now. Like I don't think nobody once we were excited with the Harbaugh hiring. Obviously, got a real coach that we know gonna lock in. But it's like we moved on from so many players that I don't think nobody expected us to do anything. And then preseason just looked horrible. Like we was out there getting beat up, and it really wasn't nothing to be excited for. And then the season started, and it was like, wait a minute.
They won one.
Yeah, we done won a game.
They won two.
Yeah. And even the losses was like, we were in it. Pittsburgh, we was in that game, lost to a field goal. And Herbert was hurt that game.
Yeah.
He was playing on a bad ankle, bad wheel for like 3 weeks. Same thing in the Cardinals game, lost by a field goal. Two very winnable games that, people would, if in reality, we could have 10 wins on the season. Easily.
We should have won that Cardinals game. We should have won the Chiefs game. Definitely should have. That still pains me that we just went stale and dead with the Chiefs, man. We just flatlined the rest of the game. Came out hot. Like you gotta jump on the Chiefs and stay on the Chiefs.
Stay aggressive.
Yes.
You can't get safe with them
at all.
And they know how to play from behind. So it's like you have to keep putting that pressure on their DBs by being able to go deep. Hopefully you get a pass interference call, holding. But you have to keep challenging their DBs and the whole, run 3 downs in a row, 3 and out. We not taking those shots. And then when we do take a shot, it's a drop. Yeah. So we're going to have to take it to them.
Most definitely.
On Sunday. Can't just, if we find ourselves in a situation where we even up 3, we got to continue to try to put points on the board.
And the thing is, I believe the talent is there at the receiving core. They just got to catch the ball. That's all it is. Like, I you can't ask for anything else. You got your quarterback. You had the running back that was opening up the passing for you. The quarterback is putting it there, making plays for you. All you got to do, if they catch the ball in these games, we ain't losing the game.
A lot of these third
be undefeated
conversions is a drop.
You look, the Steelers should have been a win. Chiefs should have been a win. Cardinals should have been a win. Ravens should have been. There's not a game they haven't played this year that the Chargers definitely you look and you go, they definitely lost that game.
Ravens. I mean, we gave up the one big play to Justice Hill, but for the most part kept Derrick Henry in check.
Yeah.
Mostly the whole game.
He had two big breakaways.
Yeah,
but
he Derrick Henry. What I mean? Like, this is cool, but it wasn't a house call. We gave up the one to Justice Hill that pretty much sealed the deal. But for the rest of the game, we were in it, and several times on third down, breadbasket, drop,
man.
And for our type of offense and for what it is, at a minimum, you taking 3 off the board because that's what we do. We get in the red zone. We gonna kick a field goal. Dicker
Yep.
gonna hit that.
He's putting points on the board.
Exactly.
We're leaving with 7-3.
Mm-hmm.
We're leaving with 7-3. But to leave with nothing is crucial when you're playing teams like the Ravens, teams like the Chiefs, teams like the Steelers. You know, that there's no excuse for it really. Outside of you can literally normally you go, hey, that was a great defensive play by them. They stopped you. No, we're beating ourselves. We're not catching the ball. It's literally there. Like you can go look at the game. You can go look at the film, and you can see they dropped the ball. And you look at where they're at on the field, had they caught it, and it's not like a drop, what we said earlier. It's not like the defense putting pressure on them and the defensive player made the play on the ball. It's literally hitting you in your hands and you're dropping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's a catchable ball. Or it's just sheer, you're running a go route and you're just not coming back and making a play on the ball.
Yep.
And it's there. 101s, there shouldn't be, in the NFL, everybody knows 101s are the most dangerous thing to be in. Especially with a big body receiver. Usually, the receiver's going to win a 1-on-1 in the NFL. St. College. If the quarterback throws the ball and it's a 1-on-1,
Or it's a penalty.
yeah.
You know what I mean? One of the, I would say, for again, you've been a Chargers fan and you was here in the Phillip Rivers era. He's a master at that. You know what I mean? 3rd and 12, whatever the case, he gonna put it up there, cause on that 1-on-1, you gotta outplay that wide receiver, and most people they sail. You know what I mean? You gotta hold. You got to pull Mike Williams. You got to pull Keenan down. You know, even some of the Chargers greats, Vincent Jackson over there. You know, these is big bodies. You know, we talking 6'3", 6'4", or whatever. He throw it so you can turn around and come back to the ball. He throw it short. You know what I mean? You got to hold a receiver or whatever. Like the penalty is so obvious that they going to call it. And that's what I'm saying. Like we got to, even with what we have to continue to be aggressive. You know what I mean? And the receivers got to make a play on the ball. Because, again, if it's 1-on-1 and it's a jump ball or whatever the case, like, you got to put that move on so that the refs is calling that. That's a hold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you're just waiting for it to come to you, then, yeah, that's 3 and out.
So, going in just – looking way ahead into the offseason, right?
Mm-hmm.
And us knowing that, one, the receiver position is key, and we're super young at the receiver position, super young.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at having free agents like Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, Keenan Allen's back, Amari Cooper, Chris Goodwin from Tampa Bay, Brandon Cooks, Dante Johnson, D-Hop, Mike Williams, Robert Woods, Marquise Brown, Darius Slater, KJ Osborne. You know, those guys are looking at being free agents.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You're in the GM seat right now, and you got a bag. You got a bag, and you're told to go sign a receiver. Who are you looking at?
I think I'm probably a little more methodical in that approach, because a lot of those people that you named been hurt. You know what I mean? Diggs is cool, but he coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah,
you know
and he's
what I
not
mean?
an X no more.
And you know what I mean? Like, exactly. Like, what are we really expecting him to do? You know, the expectation. Hopkins, I mean, you could say past his prime a little bit. And even with, you know, arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, it's not like he over there dominating.
Yeah.
With the Chiefs. Chris Godwin, same thing. Hurt,
man. Talented.
Coming back. I would say that the money to be spent, probably T. Higgins.
That's what I was about to say. T. Higgins is He's young. He was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He's but
Couldn't tell.
nope. He came back.
Couldn't tell against us.
Because you know why? It's a contract year, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money on the table right now, and you got to come back and you got to ball out. You got to ball out. Do you bring back if he wants to come back, and at what price do you bring back Keenan Allen?
I think we do. I think now
Mm-hmm.
there's just a different understanding, and maybe for somebody like him, because he really wasn't a diva like that either.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the biggest things with Harbaugh is just managing expectation. Like
Yeah.
you're not the guy no more. You're a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Especially if they sign and paying big money for somebody like a T Higgins or something like that. Um, but you definitely have something to offer in this wide receiver room, um, and also being somebody that Herbert trusts. We know you're gonna get the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We know you're gonna get the ball. There's gonna be plenty of opportunity get the ball. I don't know if you've seen that move from the Bears Lions game or whatever that he put on Buddy for his touchdown pass, but it's like this is elite
Yeah.
footwork. It's
In,
still
in his first game back, he would. I think he got his first game back. He was like, let me check these stats so I'm not misquoting. I'm
yeah
not misquoting. He tore it up his first game back. Like he was making up for lost time.
yeah he still got it in him. And like I said, the relationship's already there, the chemistry's all already there. But again, just understanding the brand of football that I think we play now. Herbert's
Mm-hmm.
not throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game.
Mm-hmm. So coming in
Um,
there, like you say, managing expectations.
hmm
Him
you
coming
know
in.
what it is. Like this isn't a high powered offense where we're just looking to, you know,
Add that.
downfield every play or whatever. It's like we're methodical. We open up the field through the play action or whatever the case, but we do need somebody when we do pass it, haul it in.
Yeah. And he's a big boy too, man.
Mm-hmm.
6'4", 219, 25, very young, man. Very young.
Yeah. Ultimately they're gonna have to make the decision. I think to pay somebody um, where that money falls at. I mean, we some we some people outside looking in. I would be remiss to think that inside the GM and all of that, like y'all can't see that we have a deficiency at the wide receiver position. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm sure they're gonna address it. It's just how much money and how much influence does Harbaugh have into spending that money, uh, and how aggressive we want to be, um, in creating a caliber of team. Um, is this a win now mentality, or are we looking to build up through the draft, that type of thing, or are we
But
just
I mean, we already young.
yeah? So
We already we he got 3 more years left. I mean, 2 more years left on his rookie deal. We're young already at the receiver spot.
mm-hmm,
Your best receiver right now is a rookie.
mm-hmm,
So bringing going technically, if you're this young at that position, you're not going through the draft. You're going to look for veteran guys, and I think we let Allen wanted what he wanted, right? Is he worth that anymore? I don't think so. That's a lot of money to give um, someone at that age, right? Um, so that's why I think it was easy for them to make that deal to let him go.
mm-hmm.
But what it did was you handcuffed yourself. Your most veteran guy in that wide receiver room, you're not even playing him, and that's DJ Chalk, and he's your deep threat. So the next the next guy with some experience is Wagner. I mean, how you say his name? It's Jalen Ra- Ra-
Oh,
Ra-
Ragnar,
yeah,
Ragnar,
Ragner.
yeah.
He's 5 years in. But he had a crucial drop.
Oof.
He had a crucial. He caught it,
Mm-hmm.
took the hit, and then he dropped the ball. And
On
it's
third
like,
down
yeah,
for the first down.
yeah,
That was a first down. He
yes.
caught the ball at the first down marker, got
And,
hit and dropped it.
and
Drive
it's like,
stalls out. We punting.
yeah, and it's like, Brody, that you did the hard part.
Brace for impact, man.
Yeah. And then Josh Palmer, who's going to be a free agent,
Mm-hmm.
he's up. He's 4 years in. And after that, everybody pretty much still rookies. Darius Davis,
Mm-hmm.
he's 2 years in.
He's more
Quint-
special teams.
Yeah, he's a speedster.
Yeah, speedster, kickoff return,
But
punt
you really
return.
can't get him going. Somebody like him, you love that the type of player he is because you could bring him in, and you could do little wide receiver screens. You could do jet sweeps with him, but you really can't get that going because you can't establish the running game and you can't
Mm-hmm.
establish a consistent pass game.
And I don't think we just have the playbook. I don't think that's really like Harbaugh style. Like he reminds me of like a Darren Sproles.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and for our old playbook, the Austin Eckler playbook, that works.
Yeah.
Check down, it's in the flat, and we rely on you to use your speed to get all the yak. This is a 2 yard pass, but you gonna
They
get
did that
eight.
against the Ravens, but the Ravens already knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
They did it against the Ravens. They gave him, I think it was a jet sweep, but because they was having a hard.
But this
Dobbins
was
went
after.
out.
Yeah, I was just about to say this was after Dobbins had went out.
Yeah, so they
Didn't
tried
come
to
back
get
the
something
second
going
half.
with the running game, and they couldn't. They seen him in there, and they already knew what was going on.
Yeah,
He
predictable.
was. I will give you this though. He is amazing in the special teams. He is
Mhm.
coming. He is coming of age in the special teams. He's putting them in good positions. But again, we go down there, and now that Dobbins is out, we got. We're relying on Abad to pass the ball, and he's passing it, but nobody's catching it, man.
Yeah.
But this receiving core, I mean, you got Chalk, Davis, Johnston, Ladd, Palmer, and Jalen. I mean, this is a young receiving room, man. Young receiving room.
Who teaching who?
Yeah. And your best receiver, you're not even playing them. Just on paper. Your best receiver is a rookie that's playing, but I feel like you brought Chalk in, you're paying him $3 million. Why is he if he's healthy, put him out there. It doesn't hurt.
No.
Doesn't hurt.
Is
Doesn't-
Sunday the day that we see Chark Jr.?
Yeah. And then you look at the tight end position. You got Will, you got
Disley?
Fisk,
Yeah.
Disley, Fisk, and Smart at your tight end positions. I haven't
This has
seen
been
much
decent.
of Smart.
Been decent for us this
Yeah,
year.
he has some drops, but we still won. He had 2 drops, and I was like, what the hell? What the hell? But now he's pretty solid. But again, you can't get him going if you can't run the ball, and if you're just dropping the ball, man. So
Yeah.
it's hard to have faith, man. And if you're looking at the free agency for tight ends, ain't much in the young category. Juwan Johnson from New Orleans, he's be a free agent, but he's gonna want over more than $6 million a year. So, is he worth over more than $6 million? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it,
And is that $6 million a year better allocated somewhere
Somewhere
else?
else,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got to cut your losses at somewhere, but it's just where are we choosing to do that at? And again, for business is business. For as great as um, Dobbins has been, you know what I mean? Like, who knows what that situation is going to be
Yeah, because he's a free agent too.
with him hurt. And then it's like, what is that price going to be um, on you
What?
coming back
Yeah, he's
and
he's right now.
having a good year? Is the juice worth the squeeze on dropping some bread on you?
Yeah,
Running back market seems like it's making a comeback because of Saquon and Derrick Henry. So
I think the
as
next.
as as well as just seeing what the impact of having a decent running back does on your team. Because
Yeah,
anybody who could run the ball, you look at Pittsburgh, Najee Harris. You look at Baltimore, Derrick Henry, Philly,
Texans.
uh, Saquon, yeah, Joe Nixon, um, even what's buddy from Tampa Bay, Bucky Irvin, um,
Mm.
went off yesterday in the Carolina game because it does so much. Like it just opens it up um, for the pass.
Yeah.
So all and clock management. You know what I mean? You slow the game down. These drives get long. Defenses out there.
Especially for the playoffs, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be getting 6 possessions in the playoffs. It's 3 to 4 possessions because teams slow the ball down and they're methodical.
Yep.
They're methodical.
They convert that third down. First down we running. Second down we probably running. You in a third and short. Third and 6. Something like that. Staying ahead of the count. Pass. Repeat.
Big time. Big time, man. So the free agent market, man. I think we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to go through the draft, brother.
We might.
I
And
think.
again, having on paper, what is again the business of on paper having a successful year. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The first year of the Jim Harbaugh experiment has already paid dividends. So
Big time.
yeah,
Ahead of
so
we're ahead. We're ahead of where we at. Supposed to
exactly.
be.
So now it's continue building, continue getting these draft picks, getting these steals, um, getting this talent, and building on that. Um, like the OKC Thunder of the NFL. Just stacking talent. You know what I
Stacking
mean?
talent,
Yeah,
man.
it'll pay off.
Stacking talent. I mean, Steele's a rookie, and he's already look at he's coming. He's figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
He's figuring it out. All Big Joe is just handling business, man.
Doing his thing over there.
Big Joe is handling freaking business over there. You couldn't ask for a better lad. Stud,
Yep. Henley.
stud.
Yeah. So, um, yeah, just we'll see what the off season holds for us, man. We'll see, where we finish, and what everybody else does. That plays a part in it too. What other teams are doing as far as marketing and what they paying people. Like I said, I think this will be the resurgence of the other running back. So we'll see how that work out.
Like going into this, like talking about the draft. Um, what do you see? Like we're young at the receiver course, so do you bring another young guy in there?
I think, I mean, I would like to see some sort of veteran presence. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like it's if both parties can agree to something, like I would love to just have Keenan Allen back. Because now you have somebody who can definitely teach, who still got some left in the tank. The chemistry is already there, and we could, I think, implement him no problem, as opposed to you know hopefully getting somebody else out of the free agency pool who was previously hurt, um, and coming off a major injury and having an expectation. You know what I mean? These, like I said, you bring, and then you bring a person like Diggs to the team. Diggs is a diva.
Yeah,
Diggs want the ball.
yeah. And
Diggs
he
is gonna have a hard time accepting that you might not be who you used to be. Um, and that is the pro of where we are now. It's like, yeah, everybody's young, but nobody's demanding targets. No, nobody's over there.
nobody's. Yeah, well, they ain't catching it first of all.
Exactly.
But
Like
yeah,
nobody's at the point to where it's like, if post game interview, if they had to threw me the ball more, we the one. Like there's no CD Lamb type of alpha like that. That's just,
yeah.
I don't care what our offense is. It better include me getting my targets.
Because you think about it, man. Uh, Quentin Johnson's a big body,
Mm-hmm.
six
6'4"
four.
on paper, right?
Yep, that's a big body down in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard to defend.
Should
Uh,
be.
he started off good. Like I say, he got 6 TDs, so he was doing something right. He was doing something right in the red zone. I think they address. I think they more so. I think if you're going to address something on the offense, I think running back for sure, because J.K. Dobbins being a free agent, or you don't know if he's going to come back or not. Um, but I think you get a tight end, a big boy what's the guy at Penn State? Um, can't think of his name. It's a kid out of Penn State, the tight end from Penn State. You can get him, and you re-sign Dobbins, and hopefully by the end of the season, Quentin Johnson shows you that he has a future there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if he could just wake up, it's Tyler Warren from Penn State.
Okay.
He's a big body, got amazing hands, can block. He's a do all. He's a low budget grunt,
Mm.
especially at
Great value grunt.
yeah. He's a first day guy for sure. He's a first day guy. But if you can, I think if you want to address the receiving core, if Quentin Johnson can show us that hey he could stretch the field and he could do what he's supposed to do, I think you would be safe getting a tight end
Okay.
because then you can run 2 tight end set down in the red zone, and you can either pound it if J.K. Dobbins come back, you either hand the ball off to him, or you had a threat of two tight ends killing you
Mm-hmm.
with Ladd working possible the slot. So
A lot of options to be addressed for sure.
for sure, man.
Come the off season.
But we'll see, man. Like I hope this season hands out. I think that the defense is trending in the right direction, hands down. Defense is trending in the right direction. There's no knock against the defense, especially with having one of your best cornerbacks out, and he's a free agent too. So that's going to have to be addressed. That's going to have to be addressed. That's the when is he? Let me look and see where he's supposed to come back, bro. You know offhand when he's supposed to come back?
Mm-mm.
Cause when let me see when he's supposed to come back. Junior. Mm, still out with the shoulder, man. Still out with the shoulder.
I mean, it's Monday. You know what I mean? He got till I think Friday to have completed a practice or something like that. So
Yeah, usually by Wednesday you'll know though.
mm-hmm.
You'll know about Wednesday who's who in the zoo. Who's gonna be out there. Real concern, man, is Lab, man. I hope my guy can come back, man.
He don't make it. Gonna force everybody to have to be great
Man,
on Sunday.
man. And you know what makes me sad is like I know when Quentin Johnson is in his head. I know when players are in their head when they put their hands on their head and they just go, they just drop their head. You got to pick your head up, bro. Just go to the next play. Get out there and go to the next play.
He
It
gonna
happened.
come. Yeah, he coming back to you. Like I
Yeah,
said, that's one thing I think we see week to week is Jay Herbo still trusts you.
still trust him, man. Still slanging it to him. Still throwing it to him. Still trying to put it in there.
Hmm.
Do you think? Do you see any other position that needs to be addressed?
I think it's hard to say like just on the defense because the defense is doing a thing. Like I think
Yeah,
everything for
you
us
just
is
add
right now
depth.
is just on the offensive side of the ball. Like um, just creating you know weapons on the offensive side of the ball. You look at some of the powerhouses in the league right now. You know, Philly got AJ Brown on one side. You know, Smith on another side.
Hmm.
Saquon, uh, and Jalen Hurts, Goddard. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like just on offense, look at how many like people that is. You got Lamar Jackson, you got Derrick Henry, you got Zay Flowers. Um, so it's like when you take one thing away, they just beat you with something else. You
Yep.
know, watching Philly yesterday, man, and pretty dynamic offense. You know, even when the threat of Saquon being on the field already forced you to play a certain way, and then Jalen Hurts take off for 10.
Hmm.
You know, quick, boom, first down, let's go. Um, and then you got two deep threats, and like I said, AJ Brown and Smith, and then underneath you got Dallas Goddard, um, who can hurt you. And I think that's what you're seeing with even with like San Francisco this year. You know what I mean? They have weapons all over the place. A lot of them have been hurt, but
Yeah.
historically, that's what it's been. You know, C-Mac is C-Mac, but then there's Ayuk out there. There's Debo out there. There's Kittle out
Hmm.
there. There's so many weapons on the offensive side of the ball that it's just you can't take any one thing away from them. Uh, Texans is another one. You know what I mean? Stroud,
Yeah.
Nixon, Nico Collins when healthy. Uh, what's my boy? What's the other receiver on the other side? I mean, well, they had Diggs as well, and
Hmm.
who's they slot? Tank Dell.
Oh yeah. For the.
Um, so you just see like just weapons. So I think for us, it's just building those weapons
Hmm.
again to put around Herbert. So when one thing's not working, it's like okay, we on to the next. Uh, where we're not one dimensional in
Hmm.
our offensive play calling. So I think that's what it is for us, man.
So they're gonna have a lot of room next year. They're gonna have right now projected 70. It's gonna be out of 52 active players after June 1st. Say they don't sign anybody, they have 35 total players still on contract. Cap space is 76 million.
Hmm.
Man, you can go get some talent.
Yeah, and I think that's what this year was all about. You know, with cutting all these people, or moving on from a lot of these players, offensive and
Hmm.
defensive side, that we were paying top dollar to, um, instead of like restricting ourselves by signing these contracts with a lot of these
Hmm.
players that we let go. And now, going into next season, we're gonna have max flexibility to be able to make some plays, um, and get the type of person I think that works for us, um, rather than just signing any old body just because they're free. Like we can actually, you know, do our due diligence and going to go get somebody, and it's like you work for what we trying to do over here.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to go get talent. You can go get a whole new team. You can go get a whole new team. You go, you got enough money to slang around. It's a lot of talent out there. You can go and you can go get a lot of 1 year talent, borrow. But like I say, if you look at the free agent market, let's see who all gonna be free agents in 2025. Some top free agents, all positions. Um, T. Higgins is big.
Yeah, we already we know what he do.
Yeah, that's a big one. We're trying to look at the offensive side of the ball. I mean, that's the first name that's gonna pop out at you. Um, if we hold tight with the defense and we just go, hey, we looking at offense and we're not looking at the offensive line. I mean, yeah, that T. Higgins is the only one that stands out to me on this list. So we shall see, man. Maybe get a tight end or a running back in the draft, man.
Yeah, that's always a possibility too.
Find a steal. Do you re-sign Dobbins though?
I don't know. Like I said, I mean, the state of where that injury is, I think his IR right now is saying like 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. Um, I think it's the business side of him having an up year, which I think gives him leverage to come in and set a price. Is just, do we pay that price, or do we gamble and say we can do better?
Yeah. And I hate it for him, man. He's a young dude and he gets hurt on a 1 year deal. In the running back market. They probably gonna move on from him, man.
I mean, that's what I said. The business part of what it is like, it's unfortunate. Like, you know what I mean, to come and do your thing, and maybe he get his money, man. It's just probably not gonna be with us. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get his. I don't think he's gonna get his coming off an injury. I don't, a running back coming off injury. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, like I said, did his thing with us for sure. Can't be overstated, but just understanding how the business side of things go.
And he's young too, man.
Yeah.
He's only 25.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, just his time in Baltimore was riddled with injury too. So, like I said, I don't know what that price for him is going to be. You know, what he coming in thinking, like, upside, because prior to my injury, this is what it was. So yeah, we'll definitely see, man.
This shit is. That's a tough one, man. A tough one in your contract year. That's like the worst thing you ever wanted to happen to you. And the thing was, it was his to lose.
It was.
He wasn't gonna lose it. It was just his.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And they were feeding you. You were getting fed. This would have been the contract record, or could have been a record year for you because they was handing the ball to you.
Yeah, definitely.
So you 11 games in, man. You 300 yards away from 1,000-yard season, and you're not really sharing the backfield with anybody. You're it.
Nah, because prior to that, it really wasn't much Gus Edwards action. So, so yeah. But switching gears, man, what are you thinking about this weekend? What do you think takeaways on what's needed to win this game?
Catch the ball.
Okay.
That's the number one thing when you're going to play the Chiefs. You got to catch the damn ball. Every possession counts. Every drive counts. If we don't score a touchdown, you got to get a field goal with the Chiefs. You got to get some kind of points. We got to lead here with something.
Got to.
We got to lead here with something. Like, just going back to the first time we played them, you score 10 in the first quarter and you don't score nothing for the rest of the game. Have you just score 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, you would have beat them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the key takeaway, man. We got to catch the damn ball. We got to catch the damn ball. I'm not too concerned yet with the running game because I just feel like they got to Gus Edwards got to get his feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got to get his feel, and I think us getting behind with the passing game is why we kind of abandoned the running game so early. Trying to get the passing game up to par, and I think they kind of hit panic early on in the game.
Right.
But we'll see. They're gonna start it out with the run, and we're gonna see. Gus Edwards, man, you got to show up. But the two key things, one thing is catch the ball.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I feel you. I would say you got to get them off the field. Get them off the field and underrated. I won't say underrated because I mean Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes is going to do whatever it takes to convert that third down, and if that's running on a bad wheel and hobbling for a first, he gonna get it. So you can't lose that contain or that spy on him in those situations because even when most teams play solid defense and that pocket break down or whatever, Patrick Mahomes is still athletic enough to scramble 7, 8 yards, hold that ball in front of him, get that first down, and that drive is still going. And that's like he is a master at doing that. So got to keep that contained, got to keep that spy on him and get them off the field because the more cracks that you give him at putting points on the board, more times than not he's gonna be successful.
Yep.
That's
He
just,
definitely is.
you
Or
know,
if you keep the game close,
exactly
they're gonna do what they gotta do to win. It ain't gonna be.
greatness
This is gonna
is
be
greatness.
this is gonna be a Chiefs miracle. Again, look at the Raiders game.
Yeah.
There's no way the Chiefs should have won that game.
Look at the Broncos.
Yeah, only the Chiefs.
Yeah,
It was
really.
another game. What was the other game they won when they wasn't supposed to? It was on the block. They got a block.
The Broncos game.
It was the Bronco game.
Yeah.
It was one more game they did something, and I'm just like, only the Chiefs, dog.
Yeah,
Only the
Broncos. They got the illegal formation, pass interference, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, if you're relying on the refs to help you out in this situation, it's like we in Kansas City, ain't nothing going our way.
You're gonna have to execute your game plan.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to beat the Chiefs. You're gonna have to play damn near perfect football to beat the Chiefs. That's just a hardcore, straight up facts. Play some good, honest football, clean football, playoff football. You got to go in there and play playoff football.
Yeah,
This is your
definitely a
preview.
test. Yeah, it's
This is
definitely
your
a test
preview.
of where we at for postseason play, for sure. You know, intensity is high. They fans is gonna be in it. They fans is gonna be rabid, because it's just Kansas City. So yeah, it'll see where our mental toughness is, and you know, you already talked about catching the ball. No bigger time than to catch the ball than Sunday.
Against the Chiefs. This all I'm asking. Play playoff football.
Yeah,
This is our playoff right here. If you can win this is going to give you the confidence going into the playoffs
for sure.
that you need. Because this is a division. You know, for one, don't matter if a team is 1-14. When it comes to the divisional game, it's 0-0.
Yeah, they're gonna play you way harder than what it normally would have been for anybody else. So you definitely gotta capitalize.
So if you can go into this into Arrowhead on Sunday night, national televised game, bright lights, even bigger, because now everybody that loves football you're the only thing that's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
This is a playoff game right here.
Show them what we made of.
This is a must-win playoff game. You're sitting at number 5 seed right now. Playoff at the playoffs end of the day, you will be playing Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. Getting our lick back for sure.
So my thing is, if you can march and you can put any kink in that armor of the Chiefs, this is your time to do it.
Got to. Got to.
This is your time to do it, man, and show the world and give yourself that boost going into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And the confidence just to know that we can beat them.
Yep,
That we can beat them.
man, we
But
gotta win this game, man.
we're
Gotta
gonna be
win this
tuned
game.
in, man. We're gonna be locked in.
Locked in,
Gonna
boy.
be locked
Sunday
in.
night, man. I'm gonna have a popcorn ready,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. D&D. You know what I'm saying? Boys is tapped in for sure. But what we got on the horizon, man? What we
Oh, we pulling up on. We're gonna do some tailgating out there at the Bucs game on the 15th.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We'll be live in effect on site with some giveaways and some
Yes, sir.
good old food, man.
And the music. Don't forget
And
the
the music,
We
DJ
vibing.
A Brody
Yes,
on the
sir.
ones
We
and
vibing.
twos,
Big
man.
vibing. So if you watching, if you tuned in, you know what I'm saying, tap in with us. We're gonna be at SoFi December 15th. It's a Sunday game. 125 game, typical West Coast time or whatever, but we're gonna be there early. Engaging with the fans, engaging with, the opposing team, but we just vibing, man. Just tapping in with the fan base, growing the fan base, and all things above, man. So come out, holler at us. We'll probably be a couple of times going live out there, so tap in with us when you see us. And if you in the area, LA area or surrounding area, pull up on us, man. We're gonna have a
Pull up, man. Pull
yeah,
up.
we're gonna have a spot.
Pull up.
So come get with us, man. It's gonna be a whole little day. Yes,
You
sir.
already know.
It's
That's
going
what it's
down.
gonna be. It's going down, man. Ones and twos and food and prize giveaways all day long, man. And we're gonna head into that game and we're gonna go get a victory against the Bucs, man.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Straight up, man. That's how it's gonna be. So look for us on the 15th.
Lightning strike in the building.
You already know. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time. And what we gonna be doing? Cheering and clapping. Cheering and clapping, baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. This is the first of many shows to come, and we're working the kinks. All we're gonna do is get better from here. Get better and better, and we listen to y'all feedback. So if you got any topics, anything you want us to discuss, any players, any news about the Chargers you want to discuss, we're gonna get our phone lines up and running by next show, so you can call in. We can hear you. You can leave voicemails. We can play it back.
Mhm.
Looking forward to really engaging with you guys and giving you guys some awesome Charger related
And
content.
gals.
And gals and gals.
And gals.
Definitely, because there's some diehard female Charger fans,
Mm-hmm.
and if you've been to the game, you see them.
Mm-hmm.
They are there ready to nuck and buck. And man, you know what's crazy? It's gonna be a 2-for-1 because on Sunday we're gonna be out there, and then we gotta come back on Thursday and
Yeah.
tailgate
We do.
against the
So,
Broncos.
So that game.
Last
if
home
you
game
don't-
too.
If you don't know, got flexed to Thursday night. Last home game at SoFi, regular season. So yeah, we're gonna be out there for both of them. That's a Thursday night game, but we're gonna make something shake for that too. So notice middle of the week, towards the end of the week, but fan is fan. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be tapped in. Same spirit, getting it in.
Every time.
Yeah, we gonna have the music going. We're gonna have the vibe set. So definitely, like I said, probably go live a little bit out there. So if you got questions, anything you want to talk about, takeaways, make sure you send them. Leave them in the comment section. Let us know what y'all trying to talk about, man, and we gonna
Yeah,
we'll address it.
for sure. That's for sure, man. But you got any parting words before we get up out of here?
Just appreciate, um, tapping in with us. Like you said, I mean, it's only up from here. Um, Sunday we got the Chiefs. Go boats, boat
Man.
gang, and don't bang, and we'll be back to talk about how it all goes down and in full effect for the next episode.
And all I gotta say, man, hey, it's boats up from here. I'm telling y'all, lightning strike, bringing y'all the content. It's the first one, so stay tuned, stay locked in with us as we grow this thing, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, add your feedback, add your input to us. We need it all. We enjoy y'all. We doing it for y'all. We doing this content for y'all. So really appreciate you guys. And when you see us at the tailgate, pull up. We're gonna have what? We're gonna have fish and fries at the tent. So
Mm-hmm.
pull up, man. Come join in with us. Come chop it up with us. Come give us y'all feedback, man, and come win some prizes.
I know we on the West Coast, but there's some real down south vibes
Oh
going
yeah.
on out there. So
Oh yeah.
we got the southern style food. You know what I'm saying? The music gonna be banging. You can always count on that if I'm in the building. Uh, and then like you said, free prizes, free prize giveaway. So can't really beat it on a Sunday, man. And what hopefully is a good Sunday. Weather usually always hold up for us on Sunday. So LA is always a good time. Again, in the surrounding area, tap in.
And on that note, we out. Oh boy.
All right, y'all.
All right. That was a good first one, man. We just work on our What I've been trying to think